Cinnamon. Where are you? Here it is. I love putting cinnamon on my oats in the morning. It's really great. But anyway, what are we here for? It's not about talking about cinnamon, but it is the perfect example to introduce what I want to talk about today. You see, I was talking about cinnamon, but with one word. Did you notice how I took control? What was the one word I used? Cinnamon? No, it was anyway. This is a great word to go from being a passenger to a driver in your English conversations. Because many intermediate learners tell me the same thing. Audrey, I feel like a passenger. I'm just sitting in conversations and other people are guiding them and I just follow it and I just don't feel in control. Others choose the topic, they talk for too long. You're sitting there and thinking, yeah, okay, cool, but you're panicking because you want to say something else or you want to ask a question or you don't even know how to finish the conversation because you're just too tired. You stay silent. You don't know how to interrupt and the conversation just goes on. So today we're going to move you into the driver's seat. We need a magic switch for doing that and the word is anyway. So let's start with how you could use this at work. We've all been in a meeting where a colleague starts talking about something that has nothing to do with the project. Maybe they're complaining about the office coffee, they're going on, and your mind, you're thinking, oh no, we only have 5 minutes left and we still need to talk about my slides, but oh, how can I stop him? Well, let's think. You take a tiny breath and you say, anyway, bringing it back to the deadline for Friday, or anyway, before we run out of time, I wanted to show you the budget. You aren't being rude. You're being a leader, protecting the time of everyone in the room, and you get to talk about what you really want to talk about. So you guide the conversation with anyway. Going back to this steering, you're steering the conversation. Let's talk about another great use of anyway too, the social exit. Imagine you're at a dinner party. It's 11:30 p.m. You're feeling pretty tired. It was great. The food was amazing, but your English brain is exhausted and you want to go home. You're dreaming of being in your pajamas and not speaking for 8 hours. But your host is talking about the garden or a TV show and you're just thinking, I need to go. I'll just wait until they stop. But, you could be there until 1 a.m. miserable. So let's take control. You use anyway. Anyway, it's been such a lovely night, but I've got an early start tomorrow, so I should probably head off. Anyway signals that the current topic is finished and goodbye is okay. The night is finished. It's polite, I promise. It's natural. And yes, it will get you to bed faster. So maybe your host is disappointed that they can't keep talking, but you have successfully managed to get home into your pajamas without too much trouble. Another great use is the perfectionist killer. Imagine you're giving a presentation, you're trying to explain something, maybe with lots of data and details, but the other person is looking a bit confused and you say, look, anyway, let's get to the main point. The point is that the numbers are growing. So it helps the listener focus in on the main topic. They don't look at the small mistakes or it's confusing. They just look at the big picture. Bring the attention to the most important point, which is things are growing. So really handy for that. What else? You're debating a choice. You're with your friends about the holiday. Should we go to the beach or the mountains? You're talking about pros and cons. The conversation's going in circles and you say, look, anyway, I think we should book the beach house. We need the sun. So anyway is like, regardless of all the different options, let's go to the beach. You can send a clear message that you should decide something. Pretty cool, hey? Finally, last but not least, it can be a peacemaker. So I'm sure you've been in this situation. Two people are talking. It's a friendly disagreement, but it's starting to get boring because one has this opinion, the other, they're going around. you don't think anything is going to be resolved soon. So you could just step in and say, anyway, we can talk about this all day. Maybe let's see what the data says tomorrow. And so you're saving the group from this argument and maybe also proposing a solution to the conversation. Maybe they can wait for more information. Hopefully something will be resolved in another moment. The good news is that the conversation moves on. So I know you're probably thinking, how can I use this expression? I'll never remember it. Start simple. Think about, where could it come in handy? What kind of situations where maybe you would need to guide conversations, or that you need to end them and you feel uncomfortable? Probably you can think of them. Also try to listen out for this expression, because you'll hear it a lot watching TV, listening to podcasts. It really is common. And if you want to go a bit further, we've got a story series that we've currently released. It's called the Bangkok Experiment. And in these episodes, you will hear it once or twice, maybe 3 times. Marc is in Thailand. He's a German guy, and he's going to try out the digital nomad lifestyle and try to prove to his boss that he can live in Thailand and do his job well. So it's really interesting to hear it in context. I think if you listen to the 2nd and 3rd episodes, you'll hear it for sure. And to make your listening even more intentional, you can download our story immersion guide, which you'll find in the description below. So let me know what you think of the episodes. And well, anyway, I got to get back to my oats and my cinnamon, and see you next time.